Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So now I want you to stop for a moment. Think about this. What would it feel like to wake up next day in the morning and speak English fluently without even thinking in your native language, whatever language you speak, with no pauses, no translating in your head, just smooth natural English. I mean, it sounds like a dream. And I think it's a dream because for those who they want to improve, they want to kind of speak more like a native English speakers. Well, it's just a dream and it's a skill, okay? And today I'm going to share with you how you can make this dream happen, how to make this reality happen, which is going to be all about on how to think in English. Well, now pause for a moment. I want you to think that or to wonder why thinking in English is the key to speak more like a native, of course. Why should you think in English? Well, now, all these questions you need to ask yourself and give yourself some answers. Probably might be you want to speak more like a native. You want to kind of just, increase your fluency. Well, now, before we dive into how, let's talk about why. Is when you think, when you think in English, whatever, it's important because you will speak faster and more naturally, and you will have no more pauses, particularly no more awkward pauses while your brain is translates words, while you're having conversations with other people. It could be native speakers or non-native speakers. Understand that English is English, or to speak English like a native speakers, you will process sentences the way you think and the way you speak. I mean, they intend not through the filter of your native language. Build fluency faster. The more you practice and the more you not think in your native language. And the more you think in English, the faster it will, you will adapt in the same situation where you need to think in English, and maybe you want to feel confident. Thinking in English will make you feel more confident, of course, and to have more competence at the same time, and to speak more like a native English speakers, and not even think like you are a learner. You are just like a native speaker. Well, thinking in English is like a muscle. Now, let's say, for example, for those who they kind of go into the gym regularly, and I think it's important to think it like that. English is like a muscle. You need to build it, you need to practice it, and it will get stronger over time. Thinking in English is a game changer. Why? Why is it a game changer? Because it will eliminate the mental lack. You get to know how you translating words for words in your head instead of thinking in your native language or whatever language you're thinking about when you speak in English. Well, talking to someone and instead of having a smooth flow, you are stuck thinking, wait, how do I say this in English? And that will make you feel awkward, make you feel cringe, okay? When I started, for example, learning French, at the moment, my French is not that good, but however, I mean, insert a second language you've learned I face the exact same problem, but when I switch to think in that language instead of translating, my confidence skyrockets, and you will too, because it's all about practice. The more you practice, the more you get confidence, and the more you get competence at the same time. Thinking in English make you like you speaking faster, builds fluency, and even helps you to sound more natural and more like a native English speaker. So how do we make that happen? So now here are the more fundamental is like steps, strategies, and techniques that you might need to use them in order to not think like in your native language. However, you need to apply these strategies in order to make sure that you not think in your native language and of course to think in English. The first step is immersion without travel. What I mean by this is you don't need to live in an English country, speaking country, to immerse yourself, or you don't really need to go to any country. However, you do need to immerse yourself by, for example, lots of different strategies to help you think in that language. For example, I might suggest you can do change your phone and social media setting or your social media platforms. You scroll every day anyway, so let that scrolling help your brain see and process English naturally. I mean, like consume English content daily. For example, podcasts, YouTube, Netflix, shows like audiobooks, and but here is the trick. Don't just passively listen. Like for example, you might need to shadow the speaker's repeated phrases and mimic their intonations. Talk to yourself and sounds like a silly, right? But trust me, uh, narrating your day in English, whether you are cooking, driving, or just walking, helps you to build those internal English thinking habits. Um, I would say like just start small. For example, instead of thinking I'm hungry, try and say I'm starving. Just alternative ways. Oh, even you might say to someone, "I'm sorry." You might say, "I apologize. I do apologize." I mean, I could really go for like a sandwich right now, for example. Replace it. Replace simple thoughts with English thoughts. That is how you will build this thinking in English rather than thinking in your native language. And leading up to the second step, which is build vocabulary thoughts, associations. And our brain normally are weird to remember emotions and images. So instead of like memorizing a list of random words, associate them with feelings or mental pictures. For example, if you learn the words sunset, don't just memorize it like the definition, picture it. The last sunset you saw, how did it feel? Use a sentence like, I love watching the sunset after a long day. Here's an exercise for you. Pick 5 items around you right now after finishing watching this video and name them in English and describe them in like whatever you want. If you see a coffee mug, say this is my favorite mug. I drink coffee from it every morning. It's warm and it like it's very comfortable. Associating these feelings makes the vocabulary stick in your brain and help to think directly in English without even interpreting or translating. And leading up to this number 3 if you really want to think in English, is of course thinking in English gradually. Gradually, because I think English is a gradual process. Thinking in English doesn't happen overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. Of course, you need to build consistent. You need to be a dedicated person in order to get where you want to be. It's all about consistent efforts. Thoughts with English, it start with the simple ones like colours, emotions, and basic phrases. For example, instead of saying "I'm feeling cute" in your language, you say in English, um, I'm very well, or I mean I'm on the mend, or I'm all right today in English. Describe your day in English before the bed. Um, and what I would highly suggest, write down or think about what happened during the day entirely in English. For example, writing diaries. Um, so that will help. It will help you to improve your writing. It will help you to improve your vocabulary, your sentence structure. You might say, "I wake up at 7, made breakfast, worked on my project, and went for a walk." I mean, like, use simple sentences, then, like, level up. Begin with, "I need coffee," and later expand to, "I need coffee because I stayed up late finishing the project." So it's all about building those structure and using them in the right order. And leading up to number four is practical conversational thinking, or practice conversational thinking. Here is a fun activity. I mean, pretend you're talking to someone in English, even if even if there's no one there. I mean, it sounds silly and ridiculous. Imagine you would like to introduce yourself and what you say about your day, or how you was order a food at the restaurant. And don't worry about mistakes, because I think this is your imagination where you train your brain. Not all about grammar. Don't think about it. The goal is to make your inner voice in English for, I mean, like, to feel natural. If you can find a language partner to practice with, apps like HelloTalk or Tandem are the great places, platforms to break that, intimidation. But if you are shy, you start with these imaginary conversations. It's kind of safe space to mess up and improve. I mean, like, all about that. I mean, and then you start thinking about it. It's all about imaginary imagination. Leading up to the step number five is journaling and mind dumping in English. Well, writing is one of the most powerful ways to reinforce English thinking. I mean, like, spend 5 minutes every morning or even evening journaling your thoughts in English. Don't overthink about it, about grammar or spelling. Just write whatever comes to your mind. This practice forces your brain to process ideas directly in English, and over time, it becomes a second nature. If you are not into your journaling, try mind dumping instead of, just write every thought in your head, no matter how random it is. For me, I'm kind of a person who really needs to journal all of the time, morning, evening. I do journal quite a lot, so it's very important, because I think journaling is not just about, you know helping you to improve your English. It's all about um, making you feel better and making you feel more productive, because you will write things that you really want to get on with it during the day, and that is really, really important to get you started. Just write whatever it comes to your mind. Be patient and persistent. Well, let me remind you, this is the process and it takes time. Some days will be easier than others, and that's okay. The key is to keep practicing daily. I mean, remember, fluency doesn't mean perfection, of course. It means that you can be able to express yourself and think in English without a fear. Um, Celebrate small wins when you realize you just the whole sentence in English that is progress. And I hope these strategies can help, and I hope this video will help as well if you all of the time thinking in your native language. And I hope you found these tips helpful. Now it's your turn, of course. Try one of these strategies, and today, and let me know in the comment section below what like which one is works best for you. I mean, you don't need to kind of implement all of them. You don't need to apply all of them, but most importantly, take even one of them in order to improve your English and to take it to the next level. I'd love to hear your experiences and share it with your friends or someone who is also learning English. And let's make the journey fun and achievable together. So, if you like what you saw today, as always, please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and click the bell. And most importantly, please give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, everyone. Take care. Bye bye. See you later.